How Brazilian government look into immigration?
Brazilian government nowadays it's very open for immigration. We have many since we host the Olympics and the World Cup. Many companies are coming to Brazil, and so our government knows about that, and they are helping and they are accepting requests. So be sure that Brazil is very open right now.
And does non-Brazilian has the same rights as Brazilians?
Yes, in this country, if a non-Brazilian buy a real estate, for example, he has the same rights. He has the rights for the ownership, of course. It's same rights for this.
And how a foreigner can apply for an investor permanent visa?
This is the most common application for permanent visa from people from abroad. So the first step is request the CPF, that it's the Brazilian Social Security number. After this is find a shareholder to apply a company, and the company it's also necessary a legal representative that must be a Brazilian or a non-Brazilian with permanent visa. After this, it's necessary open a bank account for this company. Then the foreigner can transfer 150,000 reais. And so after this, I can make the registration of this investment. So the foreigner become eligible to apply the permanent visa.
And how long an investor permanent visa is valid in Brazil?
Oh, it's valid forever. But Brazilian identification is valid for only 3 years. And it's also necessary after this prove how did the investment happen. The foreigner must prove that the money stay in the country, in Brazil, use it for rents, for buy office staffs, for everything that stayed in Brazil.
How long a temporary work visa is valid?
The temporary work visa is valid for 2 years, and then can be renewed for additional 2 years. And we have some kinds of temporary work visas that it's necessary high skills, and it's also you have others that it's not.
How works board of directors permanent visa?
There is another very common permanent visa that it's possible for a company that are coming to Brazil with 3, 4, or 5 directors. The maximum is 4 directors, but maybe can bring another one with temporary work visa. And for this application, it's necessary an investment for $200,000. Give rights for 4 permanent visas for board of directions, administrator, manager. This is the possibility for this.
Is it possible for a foreign artist or sports person to get a permanent visa?
Yes. Here in Brazil, we have the same rights like United States, for example, that a sport person can apply for a permanent visa.
And how does it work, a permanent visa for foreigner with Brazilian children?
This is also very common. People that come to Brazil and then have a Brazilian baby. So, according to Brazilian law, we can assist and provide this permanent visa based in the baby.
How about permanent visa for foreigner married with a Brazilian citizen?
It's the same procedure for the baby, the Brazilian child. For this situation with the Brazilian wife, it's necessary to keep the marriage in order to get the permanent visa and keep the status of the permanent visa. And after 1 year, it's possible to apply citizenship.
Is it possible permanent visa for a foreigner living in a common law marriage with a Brazilian citizen?
Yes, it's possible since there is no difference between marriage and civil union according to Brazilian law. So it's really possible to apply the permanent visa based in common law marriage or civil union.
Does Brazilian law accept permanent visa for foreign professors, researchers, or scientists?
Yes. These people are very welcome in Brazil. Brazilian government are helping and make everything easier for them, and so it's really possible to apply permanent visas for these matters.
How about permanent visa for family members and how it happens?
Oh, this is also very common. Sometimes there is non-Brazilians that living abroad, and the father lives in Brazil and asking the child, the daughter or the son to come to Brazil to help with them, with their business, or help with their health. So it's possible to apply this kind of visa also.
Is it possible permanent visa for homosexual partners, and what is necessary?
Oh, it's also possible. According to Brazilian law, has the same rights as a typical marriage. So it's necessary someone guarantee that the support for the partner until he gets his permanent visa, and it also necessary make a stable union, a document registered in a notary in order to prove that this civil union exists.
How long it will take for a foreigner living in Brazil to apply for a Brazilian citizenship?
We have some this possibility here. Normally it's 4 years, but reduced to 3 years if the foreigner buy a $200,000 property. It also reduces for 1 year if he has a Brazilian baby, and if he gets a marriage or a common law marriage that we also call civil union. So it's only 1 year after permanent visa he has rights to apply citizenship. And this procedure, we have a big list with documents, and so we can do this.
Is it necessary advanced Portuguese language?
It's not necessarily advanced. The Brazilian government requests a basic Portuguese that when a non-Brazilian are living here, it's very common for them and talk just basic Portuguese.